Imagine you are a master sculptor born with a perfect vision of a masterpiece in your mind. But the world hands you a block of stone that doesn't match your vision. They praise the shape of the raw stone, they celebrate its texture, and they demand you leave it untouched. For years you live with this silent agony, the masterpiece trapped inside while the world applauds the prison containing it. The icons we honor today are the sculptors who finally dared to pick up the chisel. Their transition was not a change, but an act of revelation. With every difficult, deliberate, and courageous cut, they chipped away the stone that wasn't them. They carved away the expectations, the labels, and the lies, not to create something new, but to finally unveil the truth that was always there. They teach us that the ultimate form of art is not painted on canvas or carved in marble. It is the act of sculpting your own soul into existence. Caitlyn Jenner, born on October 28, 1949, stands as one of the most distinguished personalities in American society and the LGBTQ+ community. Long before she emerged as a figurehead for transgender awareness, the world recognized her as Bruce Jenner, the Olympic decathlete who secured a gold medal at the 1976 Montreal Games. For a generation seeking motivation after challenging national periods, Bruce represented fortitude, self-control, and supremacy. Nearly 4 decades later, in 2015, Caitlyn shared her reality in a frank discussion with Diane Sawyer, declaring publicly that she was transgender. That profoundly intimate moment, unreserved, moving, and genuine, sparked a national dialogue about self-concept acceptance and the essence of authenticity. She subsequently welcomed cameras into her world through the e-reality show I Am Kate, offering viewers a close-up look at her transition and the wider difficulties many transgender individuals encounter. Caitlyn also chronicled her path in her memoir, The Secrets of My Life, unveiling the decades of quiet struggles behind her public persona. For many senior Americans, her narrative addresses not just gender, but also the bravery to embrace change, reinvention, and the readiness to begin anew when the world feels it has you figured out. Her journey serves as a reminder that self-honesty is ageless. Whether met with admiration or contention, her story initiated challenging yet crucial conversations that persist in influencing our mutual understanding. Laverne Cox, born May 29, 1972, in Mobile, Alabama, has emerged as one of the most esteemed figures in the campaign for transgender rights and recognition. An actress, producer, and Emmy nominee, she initially gained national acclaim through her revolutionary role as Sophia Bursay in Orange is the New Black. With that portrayal, Cox created history as the first openly transgender individual nominated for a Primetime Emmy in an acting category. For many Americans, it represented more than an acknowledgement of her abilities. It signified a cultural transformation, a point at which the entertainment world and the general populace started to perceive transgender people not as caricatures, but as complete human narratives deserving to be shared. Her journey to that achievement was anything but simple. Raised in the Deep South, Cox faced bullying, misunderstanding, and social ostracism. Nevertheless, through persistence and an unwavering sense of conviction, she converted hardship into resilience. Her career now showcases not only artistic accomplishment, but also fervent advocacy. She has leveraged her prominence to spotlight pressing matters such as inequitable healthcare access, employment discrimination, and the deeply concerning rates of violence confronting transgender women, particularly women of color. For older generations, Laverne's narrative strikes a chord because it touches upon universal concepts that extend beyond Hollywood bravery in the midst of criticism, integrity when facing pressure to conform, and the lasting strength of being genuine. Her experience serves as a testament that remaining true to oneself is not a fleeting fad, but an enduring wellspring of fortitude. With elegance and resolve, Cox persists in demonstrating that compassion and honesty can motivate tangible progress. Her influence does not merely resonate within the entertainment sphere, it molds dialogues that are vital to America's future. Thank you for viewing and lending your support to the Hollywood Today team. Please remember to like, subscribe, and post a comment below to share your opinions. Which public figure resonated with you the most in today's feature? Let Hollywood Today know. Gigi. Gigi Gorgeous brought into the world on April 20th, 1992 in Canada as Gregory Alan Lazzarato is a model advocate and online content producer whose personal narrative has motivated millions globally. She initially connected with her viewers in 2008 via YouTube, where her makeup guides and lifestyle vlogs drew in a devoted fan base. However, in 2013, when she decided to reveal her transition publicly, her online presence acquired a more profound meaning. Through candid, sincere videos, she let her audience observe both the successes and the hardships of her path, instances of happiness, the dread of disapproval, and the bravery required to live genuinely in a world that frequently fails to comprehend. Her transparency resonated far beyond the LGBTQ+ community. Parents, families, and more mature viewers who might have previously viewed transition as a remote or foreign concept started to perceive it as a deeply personal endeavor about achieving completeness rather than adhering to a fad. Her narrative is not solely about bodily transformation, but also about self-revelation, confronting apprehension with poise, maintaining self-respect, and adopting genuineness even when it involves a sacrifice. Presently, she persists in utilizing her influence to champion transgender rights, addressing issues of safety, equality, and respect in environments where those principles are too frequently lacking. To numerous mature audiences, her existence mirrors something ageless, the worth of sincerity, the strength of narrative, and the reminder that bravery manifests in various ways. Gigi Gorgeous demonstrates to us that occasionally the most transformative action is simply existing, unapologetically illustrating that genuineness is not merely impactful but vital. Andreja Pejić, born August 28, 1991 in Tuzla, Bosnia and Herzegovina, is regarded as one of the most pioneering individuals in contemporary fashion and an esteemed voice within the LGBTQ+ community. Her narrative commenced amidst turmoil, escaping the Bosnian conflict with her family before relocating to Australia, where a career in modeling would shortly materialize. By 2011, Andreja was generating significant attention on global catwalks, acclaimed for her unique talent to showcase both menswear and womenswear with remarkable assurance. What distinguished her was not merely her appearance, but her subtle resistance to the strict classifications that characterize the industry. Long before widespread discussions about gender identity gained momentum, Andreja was already defying conventions, appearing on magazine covers and in fashion campaigns that obscured long-established divisions. Then in 2014, she made a profoundly intimate and open decision. She announced that she is a transgender woman. That choice was greater than just a news story. It was an assertion of her true self that contributed to redefining how the fashion industry and the broader public perceive identity and honesty. During a period when very few transgender people had international prominence, Andreja's experience emboldened others and provided them with a vocabulary for self-expression. For more mature audiences, her narrative might appear to be based in a contemporary setting. However, its core is eternal fortitude in the face of disruption, self-realization, following hardship, and the poise to live without concealment. Andreja serves as a reminder that refinement originates not from apparel, but from genuineness. And frequently, the most significant metamorphosis is merely evolving into the individual you were always destined to become. Janet Mock, born March 10, 1983, is an acclaimed American writer, producer, and activist whose perspective has become one of the most significant in the transgender and LGBTQ+ communities. Her journey was never one of immediate achievement, but of fortitude and insight molded by her resolve to live her truth. Brought up in Hawaii, she encountered youthful challenges with self-concept and acceptance. As a young trans girl of color, Janet withstood ostracism, harassment, and institutional obstacles. Yet she declined to let those challenges characterize her. With unwavering determination, she transitioned during her adolescent years and established a profession founded upon sincerity and activism. In 2014, her memoir, Redefining Realness, blazed a new trail. With fearless openness, Janet recounted her path of self-awareness, hardship, and endurance, presenting not only a depiction of a transgender woman, but a relatable narrative of personal evolution. For more mature readers, her book offered a unique perspective into experiences often left unvoiced, while also upholding principles recognized by all ages: tenacity, self-respect, and the quest for acceptance. Janet proceeded to shatter boundaries in television as a writer, director, and executive producer of the pioneering show Pose, which introduced New York's ballroom culture and the lives of Black and Latinx trans women to popular narrative. She achieved a historic first as the premier trans woman of color employed in a writing capacity for a major television series, guaranteeing that perspectives previously suppressed were heard in households across America. To more mature audiences, Janet's message possesses enduring strength. Regardless of your path, you can take ownership of your story. Her life serves as a reminder that bravery is not the lack of apprehension, but the resolve to exist completely despite it. At the core of every narrative deserving to be shared is an individual courageous enough to relate it. Rodriguez, born on January 7, 1991 in Newark, New Jersey, is a celebrated American actress and vocalist whose path has shattered boundaries and redefined Hollywood history. From a young age, she was attracted to the performing arts. However, it was upon affirming her identity as a transgender woman that her talent and creative expression were completely acknowledged. Her professional life soared with Pose, the pioneering FX series, set in 1980s New York. In the role of Blanca Rodriguez Evangelista, a dedicated housemother and passionate champion within ballroom culture, MJ imbued every scene with warmth, empathy, and authenticity, bringing attention to lives frequently ignored. Her portrayal resulted in a landmark Emmy nomination in 2021, the very first for a transgender woman in a leading acting role. In the subsequent year, she achieved another milestone by securing a Golden Globe, making her the first transgender actress to be given the award. These accomplishments were more than just individual victories. They signified a pivotal moment in Hollywood's acknowledgement of a wide range of performers. Off-screen, MJ is a dedicated supporter of transgender rights and visibility through her music, public appearances, and advocacy. She utilizes her influence to amplify voices that are too frequently ignored. Her philosophy is straightforward but deeply meaningful. Every person is entitled to respect, opportunity, and a chance to succeed. For mature viewers, MJ's story connects because it exemplifies enduring principles, fortitude, sincerity, and the bravery to lead with affection. Her achievements serve as a testament that the most impactful narratives are those that boldly speak their truth, transforming not just Hollywood, but also perceptions and beliefs universally. Dominique Jackson, born in Tobago and subsequently moving to the United States, has forged a remarkable career as a model, actress, director, and producer, while also emerging as an influential spokesperson for transgender rights. She is most recognized for her authoritative depiction of Electra Abundance in FX's pioneering series Pose. With an unforgettable charisma, Dominique leveraged that stage not only to perform, but to ignite essential dialogues about dignity, identity, and inclusion in American culture. Her journey to acclaim was anything but simple. From her youth, Dominique was aware that her gender identity did not align with the body she was born into. The path to embracing her true identity was characterized by rejection, homelessness, and profound loneliness. Yet through fortitude and an unwavering conviction in her own value, she overcame adversity. She did not simply endure. She flourished, demonstrating to the world that authenticity is a strength, not a vulnerability. Today, Dominique is more than a performer. She is an advocate and a leader. Outside of the runway and the screen, she mobilizes, speaks, and champions causes, utilizing her platform to spotlight the challenges many transgender people continue to encounter. Whether through local engagement, public functions, or frank discussions, she makes certain that voices previously overlooked are at last acknowledged. For mature audiences, Dominique's narrative connects because it personifies enduring principles. Courage is not the lack of fear, but the resolve to advance in spite of it. Her life serves as a testament to the fortitude required to stay genuine in a world that frequently opposes transformation. Her message is straightforward, yet meaningful. Always be true to who you are, and always be a voice for those who are silenced. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and hit that subscribe button for more fascinating stories. See you in the next video.